guys, Joel here. Wanted to give an update and a progress video on the Supertotal competition. Really fun, really exciting way to compete. 2 days back to back, weightlifting competition on Saturday, and then the then the powerlifting contest on Sunday. So this was my first ever Olympic lifting contest. I knew I was going to have a lot of struggles with it going in, just because of my lack of technique work for the most part, and the application of strength at max loads, and the speed. So there's a lot for the Olympic lifting. We pretty much power snatched every single lift. Opened up at 184, hit it. Then we jumped up I think we were jumping by 5 kilo increments pretty much, or a little more. Got all the way up to 208 pounds for a muscle snatch that didn't qualify, unfortunately, because of the press out. But we hit our body weight overhead. We'll take that as a PR, even though it didn't count for competition. So my highest competition snatch so far is just that 184 pounds. We then went into the clean and jerk, and that one went horrible for me. Opened at 255 pounds, pressed out the first lift in front of us. We didn't get the bar back behind us. A lot of issues there in terms of kind of keeping too narrow of a grip, and my left shoulder still not going out behind my head enough, and then we just weren't dropping on the jerk. The lack of our jerk training really hit us hard there. Since then, like even on the prior lifts after that, like I felt literally 10 times better. But at that max load, very challenging. Missed that lift, missed the second lift, so we were about to scratch. We came down to the wire on the third lift, and we'll show that video as well here, but we were able to really drive underneath the bar, get it back behind our head, and hammered it home. So that gave us 2 out of 6 lifts went through on the Olympic lifting. We didn't know it, but on that final one, we had strained our adductor pretty good. So that was kind of some partial tearing through there. It messed us up for about a week afterward. We still have a few lingering injuries from the competition that we're working through, but overall, I'm feeling positive on it. The powerlifting competition day, in warm-ups, I felt the groin muscle pretty much being shot, shooting pain all the way down into my knee almost on it. So I knew that I had to kind of baby it. We opened up at 405 pound squat, hit it just fine. Went to 425, hit it, but then the adductor started to really get worse. So we called it at that point, just took 2 lifts, scratched our third lift. Definitely felt fine on the 425 other than the pain level. So we should have been able to take probably 440, maybe even 450 with no problems. It felt super light. It just was flying up. So we'll come back. We'll have a bigger squat. I think that, we have a shot to start cracking towards 500 pounds before long. We're definitely building to it. Both quads, especially my right quad, just got a fair amount of tendonitis in the vastus medialis muscles, so that's been messing up our continued training since then. Bench press went really well. Opened at 295, smoked it, went to 308 pounds, hit it, jumped, tried to make a jump to 320 pounds, which would have been a 10 pound PR for our highest comp bench. Failed it about an inch or 2 off our chest, right at our sticking point. Not surprising. I haven't been doing a lot of heavy benches. The most I've touched is what we have on behind us, 225 plus bands. So haven't touched any heavy weights leading into the contest. Deadlift, still kind of having to favor the adductor, but we hit a 545 opener, and then we jumped to 567 pounds, hit that, no problems. Went to 590, pulled it off the ground just fine, and then I felt my upper glute and my left lower back starting to tear. or give and get out of position, so I just dropped the weight. I was kind of favoring into my left side because of the right side's injury, so I was overloading that side. And if we'd been able to stay balanced and stay in our position, in our groove, we probably could have pulled the 590 that competition. So we are literally this far away from hitting our 600 pound goal. And then after 600, the goal is going to be triple body weight, about 625 to 630. And then if we can crack those two goals, then 300 kilos has got to go down in my lifetime. I feel like we're really close on that, and we may as well smoke it and get it. That's on a conventional deadlift. So that's what happened on the Supertotal competition. Really well run. We, of course, named our team Gothmog, which is the captain of the Balrogs. And this was the first time in 7 years of them running the competition that anyone had done a team name named after anything from the Lord of the Rings, which is pretty interesting. I think that I was the biggest nerd there. So that we can chalk that up as an accomplishment, I guess, in the overall stuff there. So that's the end of our review for the Supertotal. Fun meet, great to have tested our PRs. Not so happy with some of the injuries we came away with, but we're down to 7 days until opening season here in Colorado. We've got a bear tag burning a hole in our pocket. You're gonna see some crazy shit coming up. It's gonna be awesome. So hang tight, guys. Hey, do you ever take good lift or good? We're gonna try that.